We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. I killed it. It's murder.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all doing in chat?
I'm well.
The delay is Yummy Cheeseman. You're well, okay. All right. Well, of course, we do have Yummy Cheeseman here, RLCS extraordinaire, and he is being joined by myself, Rankies, Australia's most well-regarded washed-up caster.
Very good, very good. And we are heading into the lower bracket semi-final. We're 3 away from the big GF. And speaking of GFs, how do I even get one?
Good question.
I was like, told them all about my skills as the best KB player in OCE, and they just said, get the fuck out of my sight, and they ran away. But anyway, we do have a match. It's Extricity up against Rise Esports, and I'm excited for the return of the 7th best probably right now KBM player, previously washed up, now amazing, groovy, great. He is it's been a long time in the making. He's with Snowy, he's with Varelia, he's kicking Louis out of that team, and he's ready to go.
Alrighty. You've actually just made me think there, as I join into the match because I'm being a dum-dum, but how many keyboard players are there in OCE? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, lots.
Oh, damn.
A ridiculous amount, and it sort of also depends on how far you go down the ladder, I guess. If you're just talking top 8, I think there's like 6, so it's already a lot.
I was just wondering because I play keyboard as well, and I didn't think there'd be that many, so I was like, hey, I might be up there, but if there's lots, then I don't think I have much of a hope.
Look, you're within the top 6 billion in the world, so
yes,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's excellent. There's a whole 1 billion people below me.
No, they don't play.
Oh. Well, they're still below me. I mean, if you're not playing, then they're not in the races. Still counts, right?
Yeah, and we are off to the races here. These guys are all trying to rise Esports up through to the grand final. Snowy and Brillo, Groovy Grape, a really good team. I think I would even put them as the favorites, but Extricity proved me wrong last game, and I think that we might see the same this time.
Could do. Shout out to Spooks. He's telling me not washed up Rankies, just slightly rinsed. So that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. At least I'm feeling good, Yummy Cheeseman. I'm slightly damp.
Like, we're all a little washed on the inside anyway. It's tough, but right now, Extricity on the up, not getting washed, and a good roof touch coming out from Paul.
Almost finding the inside edge of that left post as well. It's going to be a nice bounce there. Calamari apparently got the shot on there, but Groovy great. Got that save. Good pass from the lulls to Hawk, and Snowy almost finding the save, but that was a banger of a touch from Hawk.
This was how they dismantled Team Smile as well. They have someone there ready for the pass, and they have 2 options. Snowy had to cover either the shot or the pass. He chose the shot, and it was the wrong decision.
There we go. Of course, if there's people in chat that weren't paying attention to the chat earlier on, Calamari did say, I'm going to have a pause in speech there as Lols has found a cheeky one over the top. Bit of a slow goal. Perhaps this one shouldn't have gone in. Where's the defense?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of this coming out. Varelia, Snowy, they're pushing up, and not enough of a clear as the Lols punishes.
No, with the point I was making earlier on, Calamari did say that don't be surprised if Hawk just disappears mid-game, because he's not actually supposed to be online right now, so he may end up being kicked off mid-game, but he's doing it for the team, so hopefully Extricity don't have to finish this series or perhaps even the tournament playing 2v3. And we'll see a nice fair series come out. Of course, a lot of
the
pressure.
way it's going, I mean, this looks like maybe Rise's best opportunity. They're 2-0 down, and it's only been a minute. They're going to have to find a real pace and a real passing play, and even, again, those midfield challenges that we were talking about in the last series.
Yeah. Or, as you said, just rely on Hawk being kicked off. I'm sure that if you're a Rise Esports fan, maybe you're rooting for that. We'll see what happens, though. Lols. This is one in the center. Interesting feels backflip there from Hawk. Maybe just making sure he's in the right position for that one, but Viralia up for Groovy Great. That's a nice waterfall down, but not quite there for Snowy. Too many defenders on the ground. Viralia off the backboard. Calamari just patiently waiting as Hawk took that first defensive touch. Over the top from Groovy Great now. Again, we're starting to see Rise Esports get in there a little bit more passes. This is an awkward error from Snowy. Lols almost found a shot through, but Viralia just making the save. Still awkward in defense, though. All shot passes across from Hawk. The Lols looking to get this one centered back up. Groovy Great trying to create some breathing space with a clear finally coming from Snowy.
And Hawk's just been really good on attack as well. It's been very unpredictable. He's getting into these moments here where he's taking a risk, and it pays off once again. You saw it happening from a mile away, and what a goal from Extricity.
120 kilometers per hour. That's an extremely respectable speed, especially with full volley. I mean, it is the octane, but still impressive. Now, Fluxy in chat, I'm rooting for Hawk to be kicked off. Not because I'm a fan, but because it would be funny. That's certainly the comical aspect to it as well. Unfortunate for Hawk, but definitely people that would find it entertaining. Viralia runs that one past the Lols, but not past the Hawk.
It's a real interesting thing to note on that last aerial that Snowy did. He wasn't quick aerialing. He might not know that mechanic.
Maybe not. I'd like to think he does. He's made a good pass across to Viralia, but Viralia couldn't quite get up in the air to get the back of it. Hawk now. Backboard, good clearance from Viralia. Snowy on the back of it. Tries to cut the inside edge for Calamari, but he's in the big cereal box car, so of course he's not going to be missing that ball. Nice catch on the top of the car and then pinches off the sidewall of the side, but it doesn't come out for the Lols, so he'll continue to play along the sidewall as Groovy Great does get the clear past him. Hawk, chip up and follow. Flip reset. What did you just see in the background there?
Oh, Snowy and Groovy Great just bumped each other in the fence. Oh, sorry, it was Viralia and Snowy. It was a sight to see. There was no panic needed. Viralia just going randomly for a corner boost that didn't exist, and it's another one for Hawk. That's it's 3 goals. That's his hat trick.
I'm surprised he didn't actually get that flip reset. It was looking pretty convincing. So, but either way, he got the goal. And look, I think with the scoreline right now and the time left, if Hawk does get kicked off, I think Extricity would still find it relatively easy.
And that's the news from Twitch chat. Rise Esports, they got in contact with his mum. I know Groovy Grape, he's got a lot of connections with mothers out there. And he made sure that she knew that he was on the computer, he's getting kicked off. So they're going to have to sub in at the end of this game.
Alrighty. We'll wait and see. Hawk, backboard, looking for someone on the other end of it. Calamari sets it for the Lols, almost too close to Groovy Grape, but the own goal coming through.
There's a cacophony of errors just coming out. This time it's Snowy. I don't think this was going in, and Snowy made sure it did.
And I'm just opening up Google. Can you spell that for me, Yummy Cheeseman? Cacophony?
Caucphony. It probably is not the right word because a cacophony
a harsh,
is usually
discordant mixture of sounds.
Yeah, which is good. I think it works. Anyway, Snowy.
I've never heard that before. Thanks for the education.
Well, I know that you're from Western Australia. There's no education system there, so I'm glad we're getting it here through Rocket League.
Pleb Perth, as Bizer and I like to call it. It's very unfortunate, but we deal with it as best as we can. We'll see what happens. Can Lols deal with it in defense? No, he can't. Snowy does find the first goal for Rise Esports with just 10 seconds remaining. This is something for Rise Esports.
Yeah, it was just they sped up, they passed off each other. Aurelia obviously called that they was hitting the corner, and Snowy had so much confidence to move in. It's a good sign, but they still need to hold up that midfield and prevent those passes from Extricity coming out.
Ruby Great looking to defend the backboard, not quite. It was close, but the Lols with a little bit of a cheeky wiggle as a celebration there. 6-1, 5 seconds remaining. Might we see the Brazil?
Maybe. Right there, Snowy was thinking, let's get on the attack. Ruby Great will pass it out to me. We'll execute the old 1-2. And they didn't. It's a shame. Extricity probably not going to get this goal as well with that clear. But I think as we see Hawk potentially leaving the pitch, the lead goal scorer for Extricity, it might give Rise some new spirits.
There we go, Extricity. Nice game 1 win here. We didn't see that Brazil, but of course 6-1 still a heavy scoreline. And Blizer in chat saying, "Lol, Rankies, you're on your own there. Look, I'm trying to resist the urge, Yummy Cheeseman. I don't think I can. Look,
No.
So who's the one here that messes up players' names all the time?"
Oh! Oh! Burn! Oh! Pizer! He's going back to English. You'll have to leave Western Australia because there's no English classes there. You have to go to New South Wales or somewhere with a primary school. Bam!
Pizer knows I'm just joking. We have friendly banter.
No, go in there, Rankies. Keep going.
No,
Dig at him. Talk about his face and his wife and the fact that he's 30 billion years old.
Look, Pizer is a very handsome man. I've briefly met his wife once, and she's a lovely woman. She gave me free chocolate to give to my aunt as well. So, but you know, Pizer and I, we have friendly banter with each other every now and then. I'm sure he knows I'm joking.
I'm glad you love his wife as much as he does. And I'm loving Rocket League right now. Extricity, they've still got Hawk. Watch out. Rise Esports. You might just be about to get clapped.
Look, I saw someone in, who was it? Was it Flukesy? I'm trying to see. Because Zuko said that apparently Extricity don't want to sub anyone if Hawk has to leave. So we'll see what transpires. But I'm guessing Zuko went into chat with Extricity right now and got that confirmed with them. Hawk. Good pass to the Lols, but Lols just a little bit too low on that one. Couldn't squeeze it underneath the top bar. Calamari makes that one work out for Hawk. Aurelia couldn't quite find a connection. Hawk. He's getting in there with the mechanics, Yummy Cheeseman. Definitely on the field at the moment.
Second touch, and then he follows it up and he stays behind the ball. So as soon as one of Rise Esports comes in for that aerial challenge, he's guaranteed to get the follow-up and almost again. Hawk has been masterful in the attack, so creative.
Yeah, and not to say for sure Hawk is the best player on the field, but right now in this game on the field, and actually in the previous game as well, he's certainly the player trying the most flashy things. So really impressive stuff to see from Hawk there. Aurelia and find a short pass across to Groovy Grape, who catches it on the full air. Hawk now underneath. Calamari looking to add the power, but shoots it really wide. Rotation out. The Lols comes through, but Aurelia there for the save. Groovy Great. That's a great drop pass for Aurelia, but too close to Hawk. Here it comes for Snowy. Shoots left post. A great save there from the Lols and Calamari. Either one of them could have had. I think it was Lols that ended up getting a clear out. The Lols taking a shot now for top right. It was definitely top bar, but Aurelia gets the save credit regardless. A good drop shot on target from Calamari, but Aurelia again getting the clearance out. A lot of defensive work happening right now for Rise Esports.
40 seconds of attack, though, for Extricity.
Yeah.
And that always led to Calamari. He didn't have much boost at the start. He got this big booming clear really high up and forced all of the boost out of Rise Esports.
There we go, the Lols. Sends one through, but Groovy Grape gets that save out. Hawk puts it down. Bradley gets a clearance. I'd like to see Rise clear and follow through.
Oh.
Hawk's so close off the post. There's the clearance there after Groovy Grape barrels downfield. It should be the Lols getting the save out. Plenty of time. Groovy Grape didn't really have a whole lot of boost. He has 100 now. Cleared across. Calamari didn't end up requiring that touch. Hawk does give it away to Snowy, but this is a big clearance downfield now from Calamari. Brayley back just in case, and you can start to see Rise Esports playing a lot safer. It's not going to work out for them, though, as Hawk picks up the pass from Calamari and finds the first goal.
This downwards pass was very difficult to get that little extra speed, but the flick down, and Hawk was ready. Very good teamwork, very good communication. They've obviously had a couple of passes to each other before. Not the first rodeo.
Absolutely not. Veralia looking across for Groovy Grape, but too close to Calamari. Actually bumped into Groovy Grape on the way out as well. Good recovery from Groovy Grape though. See if he can get the pass across. Intercepted heavily by the Lols. Calamari, it's a great touch on over the top of himself. Hawk backboard, doesn't get the touch. He leaves it there for the Lols, who will sink one. Veralia was in net, but just left it a little bit too late to react.
Yeah, he thought that Hawk had this double touch. They stayed on the ground, and not the best positioning from Veralia. He almost gets the save. If he'd been back post, he might have been able to get to it.
There we go. He definitely did better than I could have, though, so I'll give him credit.
I mean, that's
Plenty
everyone, so come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, there's still 1 billion people in the world that play on keyboard that I'm better than, so I'll keep that in me. Veralia picks up the reply goal, though, as we were just talking about, and Snowy with the assist. Calamari tried to get that cleared in the corner, but a really good read from Snowy to get that across to Veralia.
Well, most importantly, it was the speed that was going across. Viri knew that it was going over the top of them, so they are starting to make this comeback, an important goal here, and they can't let another one come in from Extricity.
Snowy, good pass across. Groovy Grape there this time, but the Lols able to get in the back, but it's not cleared though. Snowy sending it across again. This time Veralia comes through, sends it straight into the wheels of Calamari, so a bit unfortunate there with that attempt. Hawk, that's a great centre pass. The Lols is there, but a good read from Veralia. Dives across for the save, bumps into Snowy, and that slows him down a little bit. Veralia looking for a pass now. It's going to be the Lols though. A lot of back and forth in the air right now, and it really could go anyone's way.
Very close, but a lot of pressure is being giving up by Rise Esports. Whenever they get in attack, they end up sending a double commit, and I guess it's often Groovy Grape, and that's what's allowing Extricity to get those opportunities.
Haven't been able to take as much advantage of it as they were doing before, obviously, in game one.
Part of that is that, at least now, even though they are double committing a little bit, they're playing faster and they're beating Extricity to the ball every now and again.
Yeah. Australia hasn't found that over the top. Lols returns it. Calamari. Lols drops it to Hawk, and that's a nice shot on. I like this team play here from Extricity, especially with only 29 seconds remaining. How
do you expect that Hawk is going to still be here after the Lulls pass? Normally you wouldn't see the Lulls be confident enough to go if Hawk is there. And I think that kind of baited the defense to think they're a little bit safer than they were. And now 3-1, and it's only 27 seconds left.
What might have made the Lols and Hawk feel a little bit safer as well is the way that Calamari got the pass was sort of on his jump out, so he was already on his way back to net as well. So it's really nice to see that sort of stuff coming out from Extricity. I love those team plays. 10 seconds remaining. If Rise Esports score right now, they might be able to leave the last bit of hope for a kickoff goal, but with these seconds ticking down, it is not going to happen. And there we go. It is now impossible. Unfortunately, Rise Esports do have an exit, and Extricity will move on to face up against, I'm completely stupid, I have forgotten,
Pneumono Ultra Microscopic Silicovolcanoconiasis awaiting. And Extricity, I think they've been very surprising. I think I would classify both of these matches as upsets. A real rising star of a team. Two teams, Rise Esports and Team Smile, that have very high opportunities in the past to get into that top 8. So who knows, Extricity might be on the up and up, not just in this tournament, but in the entire region.
Absolutely agree with the Yummy Cheeseman. And look, chat, if you didn't have faith in what Yummy Cheeseman was saying about how terrible WA's education system is, you need look no further than Yummy Cheeseman's impeccable pronunciation of a team that I just can't get past the first 2 words of. So, bit unfortunate, Yummy Cheeseman, but as I said earlier on, we live with what we have. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be going off for a short break, but we will be back again. I want to give another shout out to Macherino. It's great to see that they're still working with Vapour. ladies and gentlemen, !Matcherino in the chat. It'll show you the code Vapour1. Make sure you just sign into Matcherino and you use that code as a coupon code. Allows you to donate a free 50 US cents to the prize pool. We started at 100, up to 121 US dollars now, Yummy Cheeseman, and it is a three-way prize split. First, obviously, getting the majority, but second and third will take home some of that. Alrighty, I think that's it, though, Yummy Cheeseman. Any last words for that series?
No, we do have to find out what happens with Hawk and what happens with Extricity. But I guess we'll let everyone know in 5 minutes.
Absolutely. We'll be back, chat. Stick around.
Matcherino gives you the power to directly support your favorite tournaments and gaming